everybody, welcome back to another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. When we last left off, we got out of the thing, out of the ruins, and are trapped by Helios. The audio is still a little bit scuffed in this, but I decided to narrate over the remainder of it. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump back in. We always do. Fuck you, Helios.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon.
I have friends in high places.
A new day, soon to break.
I'm not scared.
And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this,
I mean, my life's
become
over.
an instrument of prophecy.
I have no focus.
All halves of nature join to one
Can't find
cause.
people.
Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
Everybody stop talking. Yeah, you guys should be scared. I'm not really scared of a couple corruptors, so.
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause?
It's gonna be one of everything. Aww.
Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the Behemoth. Mighty is the Behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die!
Can I have my weapon back?
Be the first of thousands!
Corrupted Behemoth and 2 corruptors. Give me healing, Alex. I don't have my armor. Get back in the cage, Rayla. Get back in the cage.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons.
Yeah?
The weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it.
Okay. I think I understand what you're
That
saying.
pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down.
Which pillar? This pillar? Hey, buddy.
I should try luring the behemoth into the pillars.
I'll have a focus. Oh god.
It's down.
Okay. She runs into it. They're like, she did! It was that easy! There we go. Man, she can armor up quick. Look at her smiling little smile. Hold on, let me make sure I have the right outfits on. Yes, I guess.
Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks.
Hold on. It's gonna take a few tries.
Back!
Hello everybody, this
Now
is
you're just
Editing
a big
Kelsey.
dumb
I
target.
decided
Come and get
to
it.
do the rest of this episode, so this whole episode is pretty much just me doing this fight over and over again. It's a lot of trial and error, because most of the times that I fought Behemoth, I didn't do it like on foot, I kind of cheesed it, which shows in this episode. I also just, since the audio was bad, as I had previously stated in the intro and the last two episodes, I just figured it'd be easier for me to kind of like narrate through the rest of this. Honestly, this was kind of, it's kind of an interesting opportunity because I get to like watch myself do this, because like whenever you're in the heat of the moment, you're just not, you're not really thinking about like your strategic stuff. It kind of evolves like as you're playing, and you don't really have a lot of time, like especially what I found really hard with this fight, that I don't think I struggled as much with the Thunderjaws bows, that with the Thunderjaws in between battles I had time to like cool down and readjust and go back and like stop and think. But this one, every time you die you're immediately thrown back into the battle, and there's obviously nowhere to run because you're stuck. I also, the only way to track this Behemoth was the icon, like the little red dot on the screen. Usually I have like a better tracker, but like up at top, so I can better tell where it's at, but all I had was like the thing on the side of the screen. And early on I feel like I was kind of fighting blind, which is kind of funny because I don't even use the focus half the time. But as you can see, my first technique was to run and try to pick my shots, which isn't a terrible method, but I'm not using a lot of the skills. Like I'm not using, I don't even know what level we are, 45 levels worth of skills. I'm just running and shooting. Like this is like level 1. And looking back at this, I can't believe like how far I got in just like this first battle, or second. I guess this is my second one technically. I did die once already. Yeah, even just like this second fight, I was so close. I think it was over halfway because he's already like sparking. He's not limping yet, but he's definitely sparking. Yeah, I even knocked him over. Dang, I can't believe I did that so fast. I'll be honest, like this fight, I don't know if it was just because I was recording it on a Monday, which also doesn't help, or if it was just because it was actually that hard. Even whenever I fought those 3 Behemoths, I guess I did fight those on foot, but I kind of cheesed it. I've cheesed like a lot of the fights, even like the Thunderjaws a lot recently, and I think that shows a lot in this episode, which is totally fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with choosing it. But in this first one, well, kind of pseudo first one, second battle, my technique was just to kind of give some space, shoot as many arrows as I could. But really the problem was like, if you get too close, he stomps. But if you get too far away, he throws rocks. And yeah, I struggled with it. I also wasn't picking my shots. I was just shooting blindly, which does about half the damage than if you pick your shots, which I didn't really worry about because I was just like, do as much damage as fast as I can. I'm already down to less than half of my healing on the last bar, and I'm not using potions either. I didn't use any pots, I didn't use like any skills, I just ran and shot. I didn't even like shoot weak points, and that was really dumb because why would they give you like a boss and then expect you not to use any of the skills? I think that's the difference between normal mode and ultra hard mode. You could probably get away in normal mode with doing this kind of shit in a boss battle, but in ultra hard mode you do have to use the things that they give you, and they just gave us a bunch of stuff, so I don't know why I wasn't using it. I also think in the second one I had a level up that I didn't use, which is also part of the problem, and that is death number 2.
Now you're just a big dumb target.
As you can see, yeah, it just throws you back in, and it's kind of a lot. This one though, I didn't even start with full health because I think, I don't know what I did.
Those components on the sides of its head, they've got something to do with his lift attacks.
Am I gonna listen? No. Nope, not listening yet. Still just blindly shooting. I did at one point in this episode get up and like walk away because I was so frustrated with the game. Like you can see my like face throughout the rest of this episode as I just progressively get more and more red and frustrated. I had to get up and get some water because I didn't have any water whenever I started this, because this was my third recording of the day. After we just spent the last three episodes just reading lore, and then I'm thrown into this. But yeah, I had drank all of my tea and I didn't have anything to drink for this fight, and that was a mistake, because even though you only get like 10 seconds in between each fight as they do like the death screen and then it fades out and it loads back in, you still want like a minute to breathe and to take a sip or whatever. I did not do that though. I also didn't dodge a lot in that first fight. I'm learning how to dodge his shots in this fight, because you can kind of hear like when he's about to start shooting and then when you should dodge, and I haven't quite got the timing down yet. Still shooting blindly here.
That canister on its belly.
Here we go. Finally listening to Aloy. That is the thing, is Aloy tells you what you need to do even though you fought like, I don't know, at least 5 behemoths.
They might have
I think they were main storyline quests, but at least 5 behemoth behemoths by now. That's death number 3, everybody.
Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and
What
get
is my
it.
tactic this time? Let's see. I already took damage, so that's a great start. Oh, let it run right at me. What a great strategy.
They've got something to do with his lift attacks.
Obviously, that wasn't a good idea. I don't even think I've set up my ammo this time. I did tend to rely on that pillar a lot in these fights. I don't know why. It wasn't safe. As soon as it got near it, the pillar fell. So it did me very little. Oh, this is the one where I got into the corruption. I'm still alive. Can I recover? I don't know. We're down to 1.5 health bars and like no actual health, and we still have corrupted damage. There we go, we healed. And dead. That's death number 4.
Now you're just a big dumb target.
It's always
Come and
great
get
whenever
it.
you start these fights back and she like is antagonizing it and you're just like, I can't even stop. Please stop antagonizing. I'm sucking at this. Ah, yes, I'm gonna stealth. If it can't see me, it can't find me. The only target in the field. Ooh, got a little closer. It pushed me under these rafters, and I kind of got a little stuck, and I thought that I could glitch the rest of this battle by being under here because it couldn't reach me physically. It didn't need to reach me physically.
That canister on its belly. Looks important.
I'm just, what I'm doing here is I'm just dodge rolling as the attacks happen, and it kind of negates it because you're, you know, dodging out of the way. I'm also starting to pick my shots, which is good. Failing at dodge rolling is always great. You still can take damage when you're rolling
Freeze canister on
if you don't time it correctly,
Cryo
which
arrow should set it off.
a few times where I don't, unfortunately. This method was working for a while, and I think if I had gotten lucky, this could have worked. If I had used other methods than just shooting, like, kind of wildly, then this probably would have worked. But I just got all that timing just shitty. And then he moved away, and that's whenever it was kind of like, here's me trying to think of, like, she did say something about freezing the back of it. Maybe I should listen, but I left my safety spot and have no healing left. I don't think I realized that I hadn't healed the whole way. Yeah, it's death number 5.
Get it.
I think that was whenever I got up. I was like, I need a drink of water. I need to cool down. But as you can see, I'm still like so red. Let's see. What is my
Those
tactic this
components on
time?
the sides of its head.
So,
They've got something
as you
to
can
do
see,
with
as
these
like
lift attacks.
the thing evolved, I'm now attacking almost specifically just the things around its head, if I can. Let's see, will I use potions in this one? Ooh, a blast arrow, that's good. I don't think I use that for the rest of these fights.
Freeze canister on its head.
There we go.
Quiet area should stay out.
Got a little close on that one. Yeah. That's the thing is, if you let him get too close, he does like a stomp, and it like shoots it forward. And if you don't roll just right, it'll hit you every time. I'm still like running around in circles. The thing that I figured out later is that like you kind of have to keep your eyes on him, because I only really like anytime I took my eyes off him, I took damage. Even though like you can audibly hear whenever he's going to attack you. Shooting blindly, not even raising my bow up all the way. That's never good. Ooh, that was kind of a bullshit hit if you ask me. I will say, like, this original recording, it's kind of glad that it got lost, because it was just me saying the F-word the whole time, just F-bombs the whole time. After every death, it was at least 3. So, honestly, this episode's a lot cleaner now that I'm re-recording the audio, not stressed. Maybe I should do this with every boss battle episode, where I just like talk about it in like a what is it called? Like a sports announcer voice. Ooh, knocked it down. There we go. Now this is where I try to see if I can get some critical damage in. I could not, so I just hit it a couple times. Probably would have been better to hit with my bow, because I would have done more damage overall. Especially if I could have gotten like some ice on it or something like that, or fire, because it is corrupted, so it is weak to fire. That's something I don't think I knew in the back of my mind, but I never really implemented, because I was just trying to go for raw damage. And Behemoths don't have any like real true weaknesses, but the things on the side of its head is weak to tear damage, which is why I'm focusing with our tear bow. I think this is the one where I started to realize, like, if I'm looking at him, it's better for me in the long run. Ooh, we got a little close. There's also a fine balance between dodging too much, which I do tend to do now that I do. It's funny because when I started this series, I never dodged, ever, and now I do it too much, because I'm just like panic dodge. Got a hit on the back end there. That was used it. Got a little too close. Oh, dodged that. That was good. That's good. Can I get out? Dodging too much. See, if I would have run, I would have gotten further away. The problem is I'm out of arrows right now, and I'm trying to panic craft arrows without... I kept switching to the wrong weapons, so I would just like have the wrong weapon out, and that's never useful. Never. Alright. Find the Behemoth. Ooh, running at me. Oh god. See, in that kind of instance, didn't die. He's halfway across the field, I die somehow. It's because I had my eyes on him. I feel like there is like a modifier, like if you're looking at the target, you take less damage somehow. Like that. Completely crazy.
Now you're just a big dumb
So that was
target.
death number
Come and get it.
6, I believe? 6 or 7. I think it's 6. Ooh, that was good. Got away from it. So that whenever you get really close, it does like a
Those components on the
suck
sides of
the
its head.
rocks in,
They've got something to do with these lift
and that's what
attacks.
that attack was. The lift attacks are the things on the side of its head it uses to throw rocks, which obviously. Dodging too much. The problem with dodging too, if you dodge, you don't get as far away. So if she just ran. The problem with running though is that it's a
Maybe
toggle.
those carcasses have broken
So
doors.
if I don't actually toggle it on, she'll just walk, which is slower than dodging. It's been a problem this whole game. Ooh, let's see, that should have killed me. But I'm stuck right now. Okay, we got out of there. I learned in that previous battle that getting stuck in there is not optimal. Actually, I think I do better whenever I'm just out in the middle than when I'm on the sides, because whenever he corners you against the wall, it's over. You have nowhere to dodge away from, and he kind of just like uses it to his advantage. Those are some good shots, lucky shots, because I was not aiming. I'm just blindly shooting here, which we know is a big no-no with this fight. You have to actually do some aiming. Now there's a skill that I use later that is clutch. Also, I started using potions in this. I'm using the health extender potion, so it gives me an extra health bar for a limited time. And those were probably what saved me the most. Because, I mean, instead of just healing, because it gives you healing, but it also, like, extends the hit, too. And those were invaluable in this fight. Definitely, I've used more potions in this fight than I did with any of the Thunderjaws, I'm pretty sure. I also had more resources in this fight than I had with, like, any of the other boss fights, I'm pretty sure, so pretty good. Here's this rock spitting, just kind of annoying. Still not picking shots, but those are 2 lucky shots, so knocked him down again, and I think this time I'm going to take advantage of that with a heavier arrow, but I missed. Still missed. I need to switch back my weapon. I haven't done that yet. That was a pretty good hit. 106 is pretty good.
Maybe those carcasses have parts I can use.
Ooh, about to die right here. Oh, I took a potion, so I don't know why. See, that right there, I've always been able to run from his rocks, but suddenly right then I took every hit for some reason, even though I was running. I guess it was just because I was running at a weird angle. I don't know, I think I call bullshit on that one. I should have at least an extra health bar. That is something from this Behemoth, though. He is probably one of the slower boss battles that we have done. Like, he moves slower, and he does periodically just stop to think about, like, his next move, so using that to your advantage is definitely key in this. But fighting him head on is never key. Okay, we're on death 7, I'm pretty sure.
And get it.
As you can see, I'm like questioning whether or not I should call JD in here to like come and do this. That's how upset I was. Also, since I didn't have a full quiver whenever I started this, so I have to like remember before each battle to one, assign that skill, because I have 4 skill points. So I have to remember to buy that skill. I have to remember to fill up my quiver. And I have to remember to like switch over to my potions, because it's not by default the first thing. Calling him to you is the first thing, so it's a lot to remember after, you know, dying and being frustrated. And I got close a few times. I can't believe how close I got on that second battle though. We got him to sparking, and we haven't done that yet. Mostly did stupid shit, but still not picking shots, but I'm taking it slower to shoot smart instead of oh, that was a good sneaky shot there. And death number 8. I should have gotten more water before watching this. Ooh, that was a bad first hit, bad start. Can we recover? We took our health booster potion and instantly lost it. Yeah, so if he hits us raw with that attack, it's an instant empty health bar and a half. Because I had a full yellow bar, and it still took half my health. Which is insane, so. Picking some shots here. Not gonna dodge out of the way. Oh, she did. Good job, good job. Getting close shots, didn't pick those shots.
Components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks.
Yep, you gotta shoot it. Rock throwing, rock throwing. Can she do it? Ooh, got a little close. Yep, that's never good. If you get that close, it's never good to let him get that close. He will always fuck up your shit. Still not picking those shots. Oh, here we go. I tried for the side thing because I don't know if that would have done more damage, but it's such a small target to hit whenever he's even a medium amount of way and you can't really get closer to him. Maybe if you were hitting it with a spear it'd come off, but I think you have to hit those like those red clamps, like each of them a couple of times, and that's just so impossible. Whenever it's 1 on the side of him, 2 he's moving,
Gotta check the machine carcasses.
and 3
They
they're
might
so
have
small.
parts.
I didn't remember to fill my quiver before starting this fight, so that's lost time, unfortunately. And here's where I find that I remember by jumping that if I'm aiming and jumping that I can slow down time, and this is a skill that is invaluable and will win us the fight if I just remember to do it, because what it allows us to do is make sure that each of our shots is 53 damage on his side, on the side of his head, and that is so important. Getting all of that damage in is so important, like, because we're losing almost half damage with each arrow, which is like such a waste. So you can see me here testing kind of like how it works. And it also, like, I think we can reload faster too. If you've noticed, I haven't used any concentration in this. Yeah, I missed those. Those weren't very good hits. If I had gotten the back of him, it probably would have been good, but he kind of like slid. He didn't actually fall. Here we go. See, I can pick my shots so I can make sure we get that more damage. Ooh, that was a good dodge roll. Good dodge out of the way there. Throwing rocks, got stuck. That's what I'm saying. Getting stuck on the debris is actually worse than just being out in the middle. And that's what I'm kind of learning here as well. I need to pick my shots before I jump. Oh, yeah. It's
Now
never
you're
good
just
to
a
be
big
underneath
dumb
them.
target.
That was
Come and
Death
get it.
9, I think. I should have counted these before I recorded the audio, but I didn't really want to know, to be fair. I didn't want to know. Ah, putting down a tripwire, because remember, he's allergic to fire. Now, can I get more than one? Don't know. Switching over to a potion now. Good. And he did set himself on fire, and we got him on fire completely, so now he'll take extra damage. If we will just pick our shots, we could do a shit ton of damage. We're not doing that, though, because we're panicking, because we didn't intend for him to be on fire. He's still attacking while he's on fire, which is illegal. I call bullshit, ref.
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got
Trying to
something
set
do
up
with his
future
lift attacks.
traps. Doesn't do me any good if I don't live, though. That was death number 10. Alright, so what have we learned with 10 deaths? Because that's the point, right? It's not how many times you die, it's what you learn from each death. So, we've learned we have to pick our shots. We've learned fire good. We've learned to use potions, which I just did there.
That canister on its belly.
We learned to pick our shots. We learned to keep our eye on the enemy. We learned that we need to jump and slow down time to pick our shots better, and take advantage of that fire.
Those components on the sides of its head.
That was a good
Something to
dodge.
do with his lift attacks.
Is it bad to be like a fan of your own work whenever you're watching stuff back? I don't get to ever do this, so it's kind of like a nice change up. For some reason, not freezing time here. Ooh, that was a good dodge. That was a good dodge. Ooh, that was lucky. That has killed us in the past. At this point, it was like the game is giving it to me. The game is tanking. I don't know why, but the game wants me to win. Because, like, as you can see, like, he was doing pathing that he's never done before for some reason. Like, I don't know. I think my computer is blowing up. Because I'd been recording, like 3 hours at this point. I think this fight took me like an hour. It was ridiculous. Remember to do slow-mo shots. I didn't pick that shot very well, but that's okay. Didn't pick any of those shots either. Potion? Good. That's good, but yeah. let him get too close. When he does that stomp, it's like devastating. You can only like roll out of that if you're very lucky or talented, which I am not either of those things. So here we go. This is how we are going to win. Now I did learn from this one that like I have to wait for the arrow to be notched before jumping, otherwise she basically is reloading the whole time it's frozen. Because I can only jump up like, you know, a foot. Which is kind of bullshit. Usually she jumps like 6 feet in the air. That was lucky too.
Ammunition.
Forgot to fill my quiver before this fight, so that's always good. I did waste a lot of arrows too. This is where I was like panicking because I was doing so well. And I kept like switching to the wrong weapon. Like I have the wrong weapon out right now. And I wasted a lot of time. And took a lot of damage for it. Let's see if I can get away. I'm panicking. My fingers at this point too were so sore from pressing down the buttons because I was holding down like the run and the dodge for so long. Saved it. Okay, good. Get another one in there. Picking our shots. We're pausing time. And it doesn't help that whenever she does freeze time, there's just like a high-pitched like kettle sound. Like steam coming out of a kettle. So it's just like steam coming out of my brain. Steam out of your ears. Ooh, that was bad. That was a bad, unlucky.
Big dumb target.
It was step 11.
Those components on the sides of its head.
Yes, we know AoE.
They've got something to do with these lift
So I'm
attacks.
starting at the beginning here with freezing time, which is always good. Trying to pick my shots way better here. Won't shoot until I pick it. Of course, I'm still kind of unlucky sometimes. Doesn't matter. Don't let him get too close. It's good to zigzag because he has a hard time like moving back and forth, which is something I didn't notice before. That if he like lines up a charge, but then you like move a little bit to the left or right, he has to like reposition it. It takes a lot of time for him because he's so like chunky. He's a thick boy. It's a good side shot. That was a good dodge.
That canister on its belly.
I never did get the canister off, so I don't think you can hit it straight on. I think you do have to hit those clamps, which I was never able to do in this fight. If you can imagine. This is unlucky. Ooh, that was a good dodge. I hate, too, the crowd only cheers whenever he gets a good hit in, and you're just like, fuck off. See? Like that? It's so annoying. It's like, alright, whatever. Remembered my health boost potion, which is invaluable. I think here is where I'm starting to realize that like keeping an eye on him is better than just like running around blindly for the most part. Like run a little bit but keep your eye on him. See, like this, even though I'm running away, I'm keeping my eye on him. Still didn't dodge that roll correctly, but I'm getting there. And I'm getting back to the center, which is a good idea in this fight. Definitely always get back to the center. If you can take that space away from him, do it. I do think I got a little far here, because if you get too far, then you can't really aim as well. That's good. That's a little bit too close to be jumping. Got out of there. Oh, got stuck on a dead watcher, which is never good. See, all the debris you would think is actually helpful in this because it gives you a false sense of like being able to hide, but it's all actually really bad because not only do you get this false sense of that you can hide from him, you get stuck on it, which is always bad. I'm trying to go for that side canister again. You did not get it. You did kill one of his lifts, which is good. Ooh, got stuck on the debris yet again. Health boost potion is gone. He is stationary and stationary. Freezing time is good. Picking our shots as best we can. He turns around for some reason, which I don't know, he kind of went stupid right here, which I'm not gonna play about. I've never been good about leading my shot. That's one thing I definitely need to get better on. Sometimes I can do it with wildlife and I practice every once in a while, but leading my shot is hard because sometimes they don't go in a logical way. They just kind of go crazy because, you know, it's not a real animal. It's a computer program, if you can believe it. Oh, what if somebody told Aloy her life is a simulation? I think she'd freak out. I'm gonna be mad if we get to the end of this game and it's like, everything's a simulation. Gaia hasn't even created anything yet. But I don't think that'll happen because Aloy's in the next game, so... Spoilers! That's how it was whenever I was playing The Walking Dead. I was kind of spoiled because I knew that, Clementine was in the last game. Okay. It's a good shot, Getting stuck. That's never good. Can she make it out of there? Press the run button. Dodging too much. Don't dodge too much. Ooh, this is a bad spot. Ooh, got lucky with the divot in the earth right there. The crowd gets hammered. Oh, and that was bullshit. I don't care. That doesn't count. I'm not even counting up to 12. Alright, starting this next one with some tripwire. That's a good start. If you can set them on fire, that would be good. We have a full quiver. I went in and set my skill.
Those components on the sides of its head.
Aloy giving helpful advice, remembering to jump and use extra time. I was double checking my arrows there because for some reason I wasn't sure if I had the right thing selected. See right there, I'm panicking. Ooh, that should have hit me. I'm sorry. That was lucky. This is battle number 13. And right there you can see that I just jumped back in my inventory to set the skill and everything because I had forgotten a couple things. And it's easier to just do that from the menu, even though it kind of like disrupts the flow of everything. It's nice to just do it all in one spot instead of like filling your quiver while he's running at you, because that's just wrecking. And it kind of sets you off in the battle in a bad spot, you know. Will we beat him? Lucky number 13. Will we have 13 deaths? Let's find out. Remembering to use our health boost potion right there. That's risky, but it seems to have worked. We got 2 good shots in there. That was pretty good. And then the game crashed.
Now you're just a big dumb target.
We were doing
Come
so
and
well
get
in that
it.
one. So this is battle number 14, but we did not have 13 deaths, so it was good. Lucky number 13 just crashed the game, if you can believe it.
Those components on the sides of its head.
We set up a tripwire over
They've got
there.
something to do with his lift attacks.
We're using our air attacks. We have not used a health boost potion. He did not set up that tripwire. I was thinking he did there. Ah, it was a bad hit. There's our health boost. Alright. Can we get this without crashing the game again? Ooh. 2 bad hits. Still got our health boost though. Which is why we're not going through healing nearly as fast as we were. Letting him get a little close there. That's okay, that missed. We have already wiped out that second on his right side of his head. So that's good. That's a little risky. We still managed without getting hit. And I lost the arrow before I jumped, which is a little bit of a shame, but happens every once in a while when you don't time it right. Missed that shot. Don't know what I was aiming for there or there. There we go. Now we're getting there. As you can tell, like, I think I have like a bone bruise from this fight. Like my middle finger is sore from moving the mouse. Because I was pressing the keys so hard. I had to like stop at one point and like wipe off my hands because they were so sweaty. I usually don't sweat very much, but this is a pretty sweaty battle. Only because I'm playing in ultra hard mode. Don't forget that we have died 13 times because we are playing in ultra hard mode. We haven't died 13 times yet. We've only died 12. Game crashed. We are corrupted right now, and we have almost no healing. We did use a health boost potion. That was pretty rough hit. We're still corrupted. I don't have any corruption potions made. I don't remember if I made them in that cut. But it would be kind of devastating to switch to it because it does take a minute, because whenever you make a potion it goes to the end of your cycle, and I don't remember the button to cycle backwards, so I have to cycle through all of my traps and potions and stuff to get to that one. Pretty good hits here, pretty lucky. There is the tripwire right behind me, so if it does come over here, it's actually a good thing. Almost. Those are really good hits. Luckily it turned around for some reason, no idea why. But we'll take what we can get. I'm hitting really poorly right now. It's because it's moving in such a weird, unpredictable way that I don't really know where it's going. It is down.
Freeze
We're going to
canister
take
on
this
its hip.
time to try to do some freeze.
Cryo arrow should set it off.
But I'm not aiming for some reason, and yeah, as you can see, that was just panic. I did set one off there, I think. Ooh, that was a bad hit. Yep, there it goes. We did set off one of the freeze canisters, and as you saw, that did 350 damage, which is phenomenal, and why we got so far in this, I'm pretty sure, but we are almost out of health. There's a health boost potion again. We are going to have to use the shit out of those now because we have less than a quarter bar full of healing. So any hits, we will have to switch over to a different potion. So we really can't get hit here anymore. Luckily, it is sparking again, so it's, I guess what you would call it, D&D is bloodied. So that's progress. Knocked it down. But for some reason it didn't go down, which is why I got hit here, because I was very confused. I was expecting it to fall over and suddenly it was charging me, which was not expected. And then it did this attack. Down to 57 health. Took a full potion. It's okay. Master right here. Alright, so I've gained some distance, which is not necessarily great because this bow isn't great for distance, but it gave me time to heal up, which is good. As you can see, it is now limping. We're doing so well. We just gotta pick our shots here and then we can bring it down. It did not ever set off that tripwire, which is a bit of a shame because I think that would have done it in. But picking our shots here, we just got a few more shots.
Maybe those carcasses.
We're out of arrows. We gotta fill up our quiver. Giving myself a health boost potion to give myself time to fill up our quiver, which I am doing here now. I'm just filling it up to full, even though I probably don't need all of those. We are almost there. If we can just bring it down. I am hiding behind this tripwire now because at least if it comes over here, it will catch on fire, which should do it in. Picking our shots. Didn't have the arrow up before he jumped, which was a mistake.
That canister on
And
its
it's
belly.
down.
Looks important.
I cannot believe I just did that. I didn't think I was gonna make it through that tonight. I honestly didn't. Send the grab ghost.
Silence!
Oh. What about your destiny now, bitch? Yeah, I knew the two corruptors were gonna be next.
Shadows, kill her!
I hate fighting corruptors. Remember whenever I just had basic ass arrows to kill it?
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Coward. Can somebody else take them? Thank God. I was like, I really don't want to fight. This game is punishing me. It's like, you did great. Now fight these. Silence in person? Okay, I did not expect that though. Hell yeah.
Silence?
Yeah, what about your destiny now? Do I still have to fight them? Please tell me now. Silence has Ravagers? Or the Stalkers? Eat him dead.
Traitor!
Destiny, bitch! I really thought it was gonna be a mod that saved us, but okay. I guess Silence is the only one that knew where we were. Unfortunately, we don't have our focus, so it got destroyed.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time, then. Helios destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned.
Even that
Installing
one?
that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
Oh.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence.
What?
But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
He's so argumentative. Did I do
Yes?
this to her?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Helios.
Aloy. It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helios would throw you into the sun ring at high noon.
Fair enough.
I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
No. No, we're still talking.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique.
Yeah, he copied my focus.
I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well.
Okay.
Yet another
Okay,
benefit of
Simon.
monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans.
It's true.
Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess.
Why does she hate it? I mean, I know he spied on us, but like, he just saved our life. Like, give him a break.
Helios recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you
She
know.
almost said dad.
The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helios ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
Thanks.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Not a what, but a
Okay.
who.
She's so sensitive.
Yeah!
I mean, it's pretty obvious she's just a clone of Elizabeth. I'm sure she left her a message or something. Okay. Well, that was fun. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys back here next time.